A mysterious encounter in the wilderness, a divine command that changes everything, and a hidden thread weaving through history. Shalom Aleichem. This is Parasha Pekudei, and you're listening to Manna Mysteries, because the manna still falls and the mystery still calls. I'm Eliezer David Shu'al. Today, we're uncovering the deeper layers of this ancient story and how it still speaks to us. In this week's Parsha, we're stepping into a beautiful mystery tucked within the scroll of Shemot. A pattern that dances beneath the surface, like a melody you only hear when you're leaning close. It's called a Chiasm, and it's not just a clever design in the text. It's a mirror that reflects a deeper truth, stretching across centuries, all the way to the life of Yeshua, our Messiah, who becomes the living tabernacle among us. Let's journey together into this sacred dance. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has sanctified us with commandments and commanded us to study the words of Torah. So picture this. You're holding a scroll, and as you unroll it, the words don't march forward into a straight line. Instead, they sway almost like a dance, stepping out and then stepping back, pairing up in a rhythm that points you to the heart of the story. That's a chiasm. It's like a sandwich of ideas. The first layer matches the last, the second matches the second to last, and so on, until you reach the juicy center where the real treasure hides. In the second half of Shemot, starting around chapter 25, this dance begins, and it carries us through the building of the tabernacle, the Mishkan, the Sabbath, and even the dark moment of the golden calf. It's a pattern that spans 15 chapters, and it's breathtaking when you see it. Let's walk through it with some simple imagery. Imagine a mountain path. At the start, in Exodus 25, God calls to Moshe from a cloud atop Mount Sinai, his glory blazing like a fire. And then he gives instructions. Build me a Mishkan, a holy tent where I can dwell with my people. That's the first step of the dance. Next, just before trouble brews, God pauses the rhythm to say, keep Shabbat holy, a moment of rest in the song. But then the music falters. Chapter 32, the golden calf. The people panic when Moses delays on the mountain. They gather against Aaron, crying, make us a god. It's a stumble, a discord in the dance. Now, watch the pattern turn. After the calf, Moses climbs the mountain, again, restores the covenant, and comes down with new tablets. What's the first thing he does in chapter 35? He gathers the people, not against, but for, and says, keep Shabbat holy. The rhythm picks up again, and then the dance completes. The tabernacle is built, step by step, until God's cloud descends, his glory filling the tent. Now do you see it? Instructions to build, Shabbat, golden calf. Then golden calf, Shabbat, building complete. It's almost like a mirror, a chiasm folding back on itself like wings of a dove. But here's where it gets even more wondrous. Zoom in closer, and the details sing the same tune. When the people rebel at the golden calf, the text says they gathered against Aaron. In Hebrew, vayechal, it's the first time that word appears in the Torah. And where's the second? Right across the chiasm, when Moses gathers the people. Same word, vayechel, to restore them to God's ways. One gathering leads to chaos, the other to redemption. It's like two sides of a coin, flipping from despair to hope. Now, let's stretch the chiasm further, to its outer edges. Before the tabernacle plan begins, in Exodus 24, Moses ascends Sinai. A cloud covers the peak for 6 days, and on the seventh, God calls him into a fire that blazes like a furnace, terrifying, yet holy. The people watch trembling. Fast forward to the end, chapter 40. The tabernacle stands complete. Moshe finishes the work, and a cloud descends, but not on a mountain. It's on the tent made by human hands. God's glory fills it, so intense that even Moshe can't enter. Fire appears again, but softer now. By day a cloud to guide, by night a flame to warm and light the way. The edges match, cloud and fire, glory and presence, Sinai and Mishkan. So what's the mystery here? This chiasm isn't just a pretty pattern, it's a heartbeat, pulsing with meaning. At Sinai, God's holiness was distant, high on a mountain, untouchable. After the golden calf, it seemed lost forever. But through the tabernacle, God steps closer. He moves from a peak he crafted to a tent we built, saying, I will dwell with you. The fire that once roared now flickers gently, leading his people like a shepherd with a lantern. It's a story of restoration, of God drawing near. And here's the deeper chiasm, the one that spans years and unveils Yeshua. So centuries later, the Word becomes flesh. John 1:14 says, He tabernacled among us. Yeshua is the center of a greater dance. Think about it. The tabernacle in Exodus was a shadow, a tent where God's presence rested among Israel. But in Yeshua, that presence becomes a man, walking, teaching, and healing. The chiasm stretches from Sinai to the cross. On one side, Moshe meets God in a cloud of glory. On the other, Yeshua ascends in a cloud after his resurrection, promising to return. The golden calf's betrayal mirrors humanity's sin, yet Yeshua's sacrifice restores us, just as a tabernacle rebuilt the bond. Picture Yeshua as the living tabernacle. The veil of the sanctuary, that's his flesh, torn for us. The altar, his cross, where the ultimate offering was made. The cloud and the fire, it's the Spirit. He sends to guide us day and night. The chiasm of Exodus whispers his story. God descending to dwell not just in a tent, but in a body. And now, through his Spirit, in us. What began with a mountain ends with a Messiah. The one who embodies the holy place, where heaven and earth kiss. So, friends, as we close this mystery, let's marvel at the dance. The chiasm of Exodus is a roadmap to Yeshua, revealing a God who steps into our mess, our wilderness, to make his home with us. From Sinai's fire to Calvary's cross, from a tent to a tomb, the pattern unfolds until one day he returns and the dance is complete. Keep seeking, keep studying, and may Yeshua, the living word, nourish your soul, just like manna in the wilderness. May the chen grace of our Lord Yeshua HaMashiach be with you. May the shalom peace of God dwell richly among you. Let his rachamim mercy